send him 2, 3 years Dagestan and forget.
UFC 313 has just passed, and now it's time for the fight wrap up. Let's get into it. Pereira Ankalaev. Now, Ankalaev dominated this fight. He did win 48-47, and I believe that was the right scorecard, but he is the clear winner here. Now, Ankalaev controlled the pace of the fight through the front foot, while Pereira remained on the back foot. I mean, he only had success versus Yuri Prohaska on the back foot, and that was a one-time case, Ankalaev, he put on the front foot, and I do believe Pereira forced the leg kicks a bit too much. He didn't do anything really offensively in this fight. Ankalaev, he had him fearing for the takedown. Pereira did defend them all, but still, that fear in your head, it plays a factor. And Ankalaev, he did exactly what he said. He said he was going to outstrike the striker, and he did so. And guys, people forget Ankalaev is a striker, guys. And he proved that he was the better striker tonight. I mean, Pereira, he just looked off. He looked in fear of Ankalaev. And yeah, it just wasn't a good look to see. Now, there will be a rematch for this fight. I think Ankalaev wins. I predicted that Alex Pereira was going to win this fight, but now he changed my mind. Ankalaev, he looks like the better fighter. Now, I see Ankalaev having an even more dominant performance. Alex Pereira, he's going to turn 38 before that fight. And Alex Pereira is constantly with the media, which, how can you be locked into the most important fight of your career if you're constantly with that Nina media girl? What a war. Justin Gaethje and Rafael Fiziev, they always put up a good fight. This is their second time fighting each other. And wow, it just gets more interesting and more interesting. Fiziev, I do believe this guy has a lot of talent. And the fact that he showed up on 10 days' notice just proves how much of a warrior this guy is, especially taking up Justin Gaethje, who has killer power. Now, Fiziev did get knocked down in this fight, and wow, what a clean shot from Justin Gaethje. I think people forgot about him after that Max Holloway fight, and just to see him taking time to recover, coming back, and putting on a performance like that was wonderful to see. Now, I heard that he might fight Islam Makhachev next. I don't see that being good for him. I mean, Islam Makhachev, as we saw versus Dustin Poirier, he was willing to strike with Dustin Poirier, but I just don't know if Islam Makhachev is going to strike with Justin Gaethje. I mean, Islam Makhachev has good kickboxing, but if he just takes Justin Gaethje to the ground, like first try, I think he gets a submission on Justin Gaethje. I love Justin, but that's what's going to happen. The Fighting Nerds remain 18-0 with Mauricio Ruffy getting a highlight reel spinning back kick knockout on Bobby Green. Now, Bobby Green, he always puts up a fight. He always tries his best, but he was no match for Mauricio Ruffy here. He was the younger fighter, the better fighter. And wow, Mauricio Ruffy, I mean, with that old age Conor McGregor stance of obviously prime McGregor, he just looks unstoppable there in his striking. He's just in a flow state, just like we saw with McGregor back then. Now, I'm not comparing him to McGregor, but stance wise, they look similar. But guys, the Fighting Nerds are some interesting guys. And up next, we have Gene Silva and Carlos Prates fighting next. Now, I can't wait for that at UFC 314. And I'll probably drop a breakdown on those fights. But wow, guys, Fighting Nerds, unstoppable. And Mauricio Ruffy showed it tonight. What a fight from Joshua Van. This was incredible, and the hype train keeps rolling. Yeah, this was the first fight in the UFC history of two 2000s kids fighting each other. Now, Joshua Van, his takedown defense, incredible. And guys, the potential of Toruya is still there. I mean, he does have to get better at striking. And I stated in the breakdown that if Joshua Van just makes it a bit of a rougher fight, Toruya was going to have trouble. And I believe that's what Joshua Van did. Toruya was relentless for the takedown. He was trying so much to get the takedown because he was so uncomfortable on the feet with Joshua Van. But Joshua Van, he remained calm, defended the takedown, then just outclassed him constantly. Now, this was an amazing performance for Joshua Van, and I look forward to seeing more of his career. Jalen Turner stated to the media he's considering retirement. Now, I think it's the right call. I know he's young, he's 29 years old, but he's 14-9, and a lot of losses at that age, it could take a toll on a fighter and their mentality. Now, I don't feel Jalen Turner looked like he wanted a win in his fight. He just looked like he was there. And obviously, Almandez pulled off a great submission on him, but I just don't feel that Jalen Turner's need to win is there anymore. He doesn't want to be in that octagon. He doesn't love the sport that he once loved. And guys, even if he needs 2 years away from the octagon or he just retires now, I believe he'll be living a good life no matter what. And it's for the better.